The going live thing is taking longer. I really probably need to start earlier. You know, that system. Here we go.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Everyone's going to actually stay so that we can get everyone in without too much audio interference. My name is Judge Person, and I'll probably repeat myself a little bit this morning because I'm watching everybody's audio connect. But I am Judge Person. I'm the judge of the Municipal Court here in Temple. And I do welcome everybody today. And again, I'm just watching as people's audio connects. And I do want to thank everyone for being here. And I do also want to just kind of give an overview of how things move through a municipal court. It usually will help to hear that. I also need to make sure that the people who are here, okay, let's see. And I'm getting some messages. I know there's one person who cannot hear me. Can people hear me? Put up your hand if you can hear me. Okay. That's most people. Okay. Let me just put a note to this person. So again, I just want to thank everyone for being here. And I need to identify folks who are here. And I'm still seeing people who might be struggling connecting. Sometimes that's really your bandwidth on your end. So I do see a few people, but I'm not clear who they are. Gentleman who is named Sunny the Z's Fold 3. Could you unmute? Hi, and just give me your full name, your actual full name.
My name is Preston Bowman.
Hi, Mr. Bowman. Okay, I've got you checked in now. I'm going to change your name on the screen.
I'm sorry, my daughters, they had a field day with my phone.
It's no problem. It's not a problem. I'm going to change it, but it'll only be for this meeting. So if you want that to be different, you'll have to log in and do the thing that you do on your end. But I don't want to lose track of your place in line. So I'm going to just put your name on the screen as your actual last name. You're not, yes, of course, you're not the only one. But one of the persons, okay, Fire Tablet, a person named Fire Tablet. I'm not seeing a very good connection there. I don't see audio. Let me see. Hear me. Some days are better than others on this, and I can't find a rhyme or reason to it. But some days people can't hear me, and I've checked all my settings, and I don't know. But we try to do this because it actually probably a little more convenient for you folks to not have to come sit and wait in a court. And you know, we're not in the 100% clear out there in the pandemic world just yet. So the woman named Fire Tablet, I've sent a message to. I'm not having any audio connection there, so we'll see if I can have a communication there. I also have someone named, two phone calls. So if you're on the phone, just listen, and maybe I'm going to ask you to unmute. It's a phone number beginning with area code 407 and ending in the numbers 600. Could you unmute and please just tell me who you are? Phone call folks, please.
Hi, it's Cecilia Franceschi.
What's the last name?
Franceschi.
Okay, I saw you on a visual.
Yeah,
earlier.
I was checking. I wasn't sure it wasn't connecting right. So, my Zoom doesn't work well, so I'm probably just gonna log off of Zoom and just be on the phone.
Are you still in the meeting under the other name? I have two people with that last name.
Yeah.
There you are. Yeah, you're right. I'm not getting an audio on that one. You can do both. It doesn't matter. But either way. But I do have you identified, and I already checked you in. So that's gonna
Okay.
work.
Hello?
Yeah, just a moment. Yes, I got that part. Thank you. Okay, and so thank you. I'm also sometimes talking to the clerk that's here. I have a phone number 254 ending in 908. Could you let me know who you are?
Benjamin Trevino.
Hi, Mr. Trevino. Can you stay on the line and keep listening, because I will call your name at a certain point.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so now I know that number is your number, so that'll help me. And somebody just bounced out. So if you have technical problems, sometimes you need to relog in. And I've got everybody checked in except the person labeled Fire Tablet. And so if you need to log out, oh, I've got some brand new people. Okay. If you need to log out and log back in, you won't lose your place in line now that I've got you checked in. But don't log out and then wait for a long time. Log out and log right back in. Otherwise you might miss the whole thing. Okay, two new phone callers. 254301, caller on the line. Can you identify yourself? And I've got 254433. Can you identify yourself, please? Yes. What is your name?
Beverly Spiker, S-P-Y-K-E-R.
Sorry, louder. I can't hear you.
Marianne Beverly Spiker, S-P-Y-K-E-R.
Spiker. Miss Spiker?
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully we do a little bit better when it's your turn, because it's hard to hear you, but I'm going to definitely I've got you identified. So that's the beginning. Just listen carefully if you're on the phone, because you might miss when I call you if you don't. It's better to just pay attention and listen. If you get busy doing something, you're going to miss your turn. Phone number ending in 301. I'm asking you to unmute and tell me who you are. Yes.
Cheryl Abernathy.
Last name again?
Abernathy.
Abernathy. Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Harder to do this on the phone if you have another method. It's for everyone who's on the phone. We can do it, but you get less out of the experience. I will say that. So I do want to just give y'all some basic information before we get started. We're running 2 dockets, and it's actually going to go pretty quickly but with the proper regard for each person's matters. I mean, I will be listening. You will be unmuted when it's your turn, okay? But if I unmute everybody at the same time, we may as well not even do it. So stay muted until it's your turn. And so I do want to let you know a few things. When you're given a ticket or given a citation or issued a summons, those are all methods for accusing someone, okay? That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving an answer or a response to the accusation. There are 3 options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Guilty means I did it. Not guilty means I'm contesting it. I want a trial. No contest means I'm letting you find me guilty, or at least sentence me, potentially finding me guilty, but I'm not going to say I did or didn't do it. Okay. So guilty and no contest, I'm going to move forward with sentencing. I'm going to talk to you about sentencing options in a moment. If you're pleading not guilty, I'm not sentencing you. We're moving you to the pretrial docket. There are 2 pretrials. One is on Zoom. One is here in the courtroom. Okay. And that docket is meeting today. Ms. Rice, Amanda Rice, is waiving. She is the state's prosecutor. Thank you so much, Ms. Rice. That is the prosecutor for the city. And I'm going to actually create that room here in just a moment. And what will happen is if you are on that docket, you will meet with her in that quote room, that virtual room. And what we'll do at that point is you'll have a conversation. And if the case is resolved from that conversation, then we'll work toward a resolution. If it's not, we come into the courtroom to do the final setup. Because when I invoke a jury, one, I'm using tax dollars to pay that jury. Okay. So I've got to get really clear that people are going to show up and deal with their case, up or down, which however that goes. I don't have an opinion about it. The way that it goes, the jury can decide things that can't be resolved in a court. But once a case is filed here, we have a legal process for resolution, toward resolution. So if you are on that docket, just hold tight because we're going to get to everybody today. And we have about 100% turnout rate on that docket today. There's just one person that I haven't seen yet. So I'm about to start that docket. But I do want to let you know on guilty or no contest, how this works and what the options are. So our law provides if you're guilty or found guilty, pleading guilty or no contest or found guilty at a trial, normally that item goes on your record and you pay the fines and costs. There are some exceptions to that. First of all, payment. There's an automatic possibility of doing 30 days if you're paying on a plan. After 30 days, a little bit more money gets added to it, but I do and can approve longer plans than that, okay? Payments are definitely subject to people's ability to pay, which is why we ask for your financial information. Well, it's one of the reasons, there's several. And so I've looked at those if you're on the open docket, because mostly we're heading to sentencing on that docket. There are still 4 ways to gain a dismissal though, where it doesn't go on your record. And sometimes you save money when that happens too. So I want to tell you how those work. First, I'll list them, then I'll tell you how they work or how we get to them, okay? So they are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date, that is into compliance, and dismissed. The law needs to designate it. It's not everything that can be brought up to date. Some things are designated that way, some aren't. For example, certain ways of like a headlight that's out, you show up to court on time with it fixed, you were ticketed for that, you get a dismissal with $10 fee, okay? But if you weren't insured at the time of the stop, you still need to get insured. You show up with insurance, usually can't dismiss that under compliance. If it was in effect at the time and you just couldn't find your card, maybe there's a possibility of a dismissal there. So it's not exactly apples to apples on what we're thinking about compliance, okay? So therefore, I will walk you through that dismissal option, see if you qualify, and if you do, and we need to get something from you, we can schedule that or set that up. Always with compliance, you have to have been on time to court. You can't have missed a court date under state law. The second option is the driver safety course option. And again, with that one, to qualify, you have to be on time. And then there are certain conditions that have to be met. If you meet those conditions, then you can get in that program and get your course done and your driving record done and get your case dismissed. Let me talk to you just quickly. Everyone, this applies to everybody's case. Every case has a court cost and a fine. And when I'm giving you a number, I'm giving you a whole number. But in the driver safety course option, you're just paying the court cost. And the fine, that other part, it's going on hold. And if you get your record turned in and your course turned in, and it's the right record and the right course, I dismiss the ticket and the fine that was on hold goes away. And it is cheaper than paying your whole ticket and it keeps it off your record. That is because we want people to take that class every so often, about once a year, because people will drive better for about a year. And so there's a connection between the science of it and the law. And that's always nice when that lines up. Okay. So if you're qualified to be in that program, I will tell you. And with both of these first two, the compliance and the driver safety, I'm kind of walking you through it. You're welcome to ask questions though. Okay. I'm not trying to put that off, but some people don't know the right thing to ask. And on those two, I'm walking you through it. Okay. The third option is called a deferred disposition. And the way that a deferred disposition works is I delay finding you guilty. I put an order in place that tells you what to do to gain a dismissal. And at the end, I dismiss the case. Okay. So here's the trick with a deferred disposition. And let me tell you, deferred disposition, deferred means delay. Disposition is dispose of, to make it final. I delay making it final. I put that order in place. At the end, if you've met the conditions that were listed on your document, you get a dismissal. Okay. But here's the trick. Is everybody listening? Because I got a lot of people off screen. Hope you're listening, because the law says if you want a deferred disposition, you have to ask for it up front. I don't walk you through that one. So if you're not asking, I'm definitely not granting it because I don't know you're asking. Okay. Heads nodding would be good. But anyway, everybody got that one? Okay. Well, at least 4 people. Okay. So deferred disposition. I mean, at your own peril, don't listen, but this information is designed to help you. So, and most people did not wake up knowing this information. Unless you've been in my court before, you probably didn't. I get lawyers in here who don't know because this is different in a Class C court. There's some different processes. And in a regular court, like a higher level court, a B court, an A court, a felony court, you've got a lawyer there talking to you about this. I'm not allowed to give you legal advice, but I am allowed to tell you how the law works. Okay. So that's what I do every morning because I think it helps. And so most people didn't wake up thinking about a deferred disposition this morning, let alone you can ask the judge, because if you've even been in those other courts watching their proceedings, you can't ask the judge. You must only ask the prosecutor. In this type of court, you can.
I don't mean to interrupt, but my phone's about.
Okay, if your phone is going dead and you get disconnected, then you're going to have to find another way to log in because the line is what the line is. There are about 12 people in the room and we're going to see them all. So Mr. Trevino, your best bet is to find a way to plug in and log back in as quickly as possible. If you do that, you will not lose your place in line. I've already marked you down. So try to get that solved, okay? Because if you were in court, you'd be here a couple of hours. We're probably going to clear this line in less than an hour if we're hustling. And I'm hustling, but I'm not trying to rush anybody, okay? But I know your time's valuable. I get that. But the beauty of an online proceeding is you're not standing in here for hours. It's not interesting, okay? But the flip side is you've got to show up prepared enough. And the minimum is you're on a device that isn't going to die, and that works, okay? And I can't help you with that. You can always come into the window and talk to a clerk about your case if you want to. And I've got your information, Mr. Trevino. So if I don't hear back from you, I'll just make a decision on what you've submitted and we'll go from there. But call the clerk or come in and talk to us if you can't stay on the line. Okay, so that's the third one, the deferred disposition. Ask up front. The way that looks is guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. It's that simple, okay? If you don't remember anything else, deferred. Say that word, okay? Fourth option, teen court. You've got to be high school, middle school enrolled. Those on the docket that are, I'll be looking to try to do teen court with you. There, you pay a $20 fee and you take responsibility by usually doing some kind of activity like a class, an essay, a certificate, a corrective measure in order to gain a dismissal. That is so that the young person can be responsible instead of a parent just coming in and paying. When kids have their parents just pay for them, I see those kids again, okay? When they come in and take responsibility, I usually don't see them again. Teen court is designed around that principle. Pretty simple, easy to understand, especially if you're a parent. So if you are eligible for teen court, I'll be kind of pushing that because I'd rather you be responsible and move forward and not see you again, okay? Fire tablet having trouble connecting. I don't know. I don't know if she's getting, I'm not getting messages back. So anyway, we're going to open up the pretrial room, and the first person on that docket is Cecilia Franceschi or Chesky. And so I'm going to send you an invitation. If you're on a phone, you're going to click over to that meeting and you're going to meet with that prosecutor, but you probably won't be able to click back over to this meeting, but you're required to legally. So the way you resolve that is when you're done talking to Ms. Rice, if you can't click back
I'm
over.
on the phone.
Yeah, I know that. So listen carefully.
Okay.
If you're on,
Okay.
if you're on the phone, let me finish saying what I'm saying. If you're on the phone and you can't click back into this meeting, you're going to have to hang up and dial back into the meeting so that I can talk to you at the end, because you're not excused from court. This is court, and you're not excused from court until I say you're free to go. So just be aware of that, phone callers. There's a slight difficulty there. All right. So the rest of you were listening. I'm going to start with, and let me just ask quickly, and I'm only calling names of people who I don't see. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Let me just move forward. Tamaria Howard, if you can unmute your device, and I'm pulling your file up so that we can talk about your cases. Good morning, Ms. Howard. Are you there? Ms. Howard? Are you there?
Let me see. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm here. I just couldn't hear you. I had to do unmuted. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, ma'am. Fine, pretty much better.
Okay, listen, I reviewed everything that you gave me to look at.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's a couple of things going on. Let me kind of give you my summary and then I'll kind of hear from you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, you're on a community service order for two.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, for two previous charges, and that's all due January 4th. And are you working on those hours at this time?
No, ma'am. I'm gonna start some today. To go to St. Vincent de Paul. They do it on Thursdays.
Yes.
I haven't had no transportation, ma'am, and stuff, and the weather been kind of bad lately. But I'm gonna start them today because I got 23 hours on the first one, and then you haven't gave me down on the second one yet.
Right, we're getting there. That's our next bit of conversation, because I'm anticipating a need to have more time. And then you have two more charges that one is for no driver's license, it's 181, and one is for no insurance, and it's 281. You have requested. Yeah, I need to get you on screen.
Oh, yeah, because I'm then fell off this chair. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm here now.
Can you have a seat and just kind of focus for just a minute? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't know it was gonna fall. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm sitting down now. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Okay.
So on the new charges, just listen for a moment. The
Yes,
new
ma'am.
charges, the insurance and the license, you asked for a deferred disposition. I'm actually not going to grant that at this time because we're still getting the same charges over and over. No insurance, no license.
You say
And
I asked for what? I
You
didn't.
checked on the check boxes. You checked and asked for a deferred disposition.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, you did. You may not have known what it was though. That's okay. You underlined it. You've got it right here. This is your form, and you put a
I supposed to
line
be
on it.
not guilty. I supposed to put guilty. She
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
to put guilty.
No, you put no contest, and that's fine. And I'm accepting your pleas, and I'm going to add community service to it. Okay,
Okay.
for the new ones,
Okay.
and that adds 22 hours.
Okay.
So I need to give you more time to get it done because now you've got, 45 hours to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know the answer to not have so many hours. You know what to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Get a license and insurance, right?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
Ms. Howard, what's holding you up on getting your license?
I don't have the money right now to afford it. My unemployment ran out and I'm like at work now.
Okay. You know, if you go over to, I don't know if they still do this, but if you go over to Churches Touching Lives for Christ, they used to help people one time with those fees. You might see if they still do it, or if they know who might help you.
What's the name of it, ma'am?
Go over to Feed My Sheep and ask someone there that works there,
Okay. Yes,
and
ma'am.
see if he, that's a gentleman, I think, that runs that. See if he can help you find that person. I don't know who's doing that right now. I think there's someone downtown in those service areas that
Yes,
may have a program for that. I'm not sure, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. And
yes, ma'am.
someone at St. Vincent de Paul, let's see, what is her name? Hold on, I've got her card here. Sometimes she knows who that is too. She's very helpful, Miss West.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah, Miss West runs St. Vincent de Paul. You might check with her. I don't have the case.
okay.
I've changed your 45-hour deadline, 45 hours, and St. Vincent de Paul is fine, to February 17th. And you live close to there, so that you should be able to get there, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get them.
Ms.
Okay.
Howard, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them done.
Okay, you have now until February 17th. That's your new deadline, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You have a good day, ma'am.
You too, ma'am. Bye-bye.
I
Ms. Rice, I know you were talking with, Miss Franceschi, and let me get that file pulled up.
Your Honor, we apparently had technical difficulties because Ms. Franceschi never joined the breakout room. I gave her a little over 5 minutes, and then I just came back in here.
Oh, Ms. Franceschi, I'm unmuting you. You have an invitation to join that meeting, and you never joined. Yeah, I can't.
I
You have to do that on
I-
your end.
let me see, because I got on Zoom. It's just my Zoom doesn't work good. That's why I called, and I was told I can call.
Yeah, you can call, and phone callers are able to do what I'm suggesting. I see you coming in a different way. You'll have to get your phone over there too, though. You might have to hang up your phone and redial in if you've lost the invitation, because I can't resend the invitation. All I can do is send it. She's got one device over there now, Ms. Rice, but
Okay, then I'll head over there.
it might just be visual. I don't know.
I'll head over there and see if we can communicate.
Okay.
The invite was sent
Oh.
to me.
Okay. Well, no, there's one to Celia Franceschi. I did accidentally send one to you, Ms. Franceschi, but it's the names are the same last name. And so she's on with two devices is the issue. And you're not actually on that docket. So just ignore that. It's not going to do anything unless you do something with it. But let's see if we can get both of her devices in there at the same time. Cecilia, click the audio on your phone. There's a way to join. They've just got a visual. Okay, well, we'll do the best we can. That's all any of us is doing, I'm sure. Everybody's trying. But that's one of the reasons why you can front load this problem, really. But anyway, I'm preaching to the choir here in this room. Justin Camacho, can you get on the screen and unmute, please? And just unmute. Hi,
Hello.
good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are
How
you
are you?
today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Where are you enrolled in school? I think I've got
Temple High School,
it. Okay. Are you senior, junior?
senior.
Great. Congratulations.
Mhm.
In the home stretch. Now, we have two issues here. One is for no driver's license, and one is, and that has, if you pay it, it's 181. And the
Okay.
other one is for failing to yield at a stop intersection, and it is 269. And I show that you are working and also going to school. Do I have that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There was an accident here. What's happening with the other car? Do you know? The person you hit?
Well, actually, I didn't hit them. They hit me, but
Yeah, well, that can happen too. But the citation is for not yielding at a stop intersection. So if you go through when you're supposed to be stopped and someone hits you, that can be.
Well, that's the thing though. I did stop.
Okay,
Like
so
I
you
did
want to
stop
go
at
to,
that stop sign.
you've pled no contest, but you're telling me you want to go to trial, right?
Oh, I thought I put no guilty under the fail to yield.
So you can
That's what I
stop.
heard.
Sometimes you stop, okay? But that just because you stop doesn't mean you get to go. It's failing to yield the right of way. Someone else had the right of way, according to the officer. And when you didn't give that right of way to them, you got hit. Do you
Okay.
follow what's happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's kind of like a red light. When it turns green, just going through, I mean, you may not be at fault, but you can get killed in an intersection. And you don't go like, well, I'm not dead because I had a green light, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of how that works. And it's important because your move right now, this ticket for you being under 25, okay, and being a new driver, you've moved into the top bracket, if you will, of people who die in Texas on the roadway. Young people 25 and under are the highest bracket. And then there's a subset of like the super high bracket of people who've had a traffic ticket. And then of that group, the ones that had an accident, they're more likely to die in the next 6 months. So I'm really wanting your attention because I really want you safe, okay? And that's why we have teen court. So I can allow teen court, but I have some questions. Where are you in the process of lawfully driving a car? Because right now, you don't have a driver's license. You're driving illegally.
So right now I have my permit and I'm still doing the classes for it.
Okay. So you have a permit at least, but you're not allowed to just drive by yourself, right?
Oh yeah, my parents don't allow me to drive by myself.
Okay. Were you driving by yourself that day?
Yeah, I was dropping off my little brother at church because I got called into work earlier that morning. So that was like the only time that they kind of allowed me to, and that was just an emergency. After that, one of my parents was going to come with me to drop me off at work.
Just be aware that it's illegal to do that, and they can't authorize you to violate the law, and they can be charged for that. Okay.
Okay.
You need to know that. That's just reality, right? So you can't, people who say, well, I needed to, but the truth is the law doesn't recognize that need though. Okay. So just understand that moving forward. Okay. With teen court, there are 2 fees of $20. So it's $40. Can you pay that fee in cash today?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm also going to want you to turn in your permit. And what classes are you taking to finish that process?
I'm doing aceable.
Right? When is that going to be? How quickly can you get that done?
I can get it done pretty soon.
Okay, 30 days.
30 days to get it done?
Yes, and turn in to me a copy, just a copy. Bring it by, we'll copy it for you. So your teen court, I've got 2 cases, 2 fees of $40. You pay that today. I'm also going to require you to give me a copy of your permit and a copy of your aceable completion. And then there's a course called Alive at 25 that I'm going to require that you do. You can do it online, or you can do it around, there's a live course too. So aceable and the permit, you can turn the permit in today. Aceable completion no later than January 18th, and then February 17th for your Alive at 25 due date.
Okay.
You're going to need to come by the court and sign off on the document for teen court today. So what time can we look for you to come in?
After this, I do have to go back to school to take a final, but probably after that I can go.
Okay, what time are we looking for you to come in?
So I get out of school at 3:10.
Okay.
but I can see if I can get out earlier.
No, 3:30 is fine. We'll see you then, okay?
All right.
Any questions?
Oh yeah. So I have to. So I don't. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I misplaced my permit. So I actually had to reschedule to go to the DPS again. I'm gonna get it on the 20th.
You have until January 18th to bring that in.
Okay.
You come
Yeah.
in today, sign your
Uh-huh.
paperwork, pay your fees. You'll have a schedule of what you
Yeah.
need to do. It'll be in writing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just come into the clerk. It'll only take you 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, any
Thank
further
you.
questions? Yes.
That's gonna be it.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rice, I think Ms. Franceschi might be back in on audio. I've accidentally muted her because something changed. Clicked on it. She went away and couldn't wait anymore. I see her visually on the screen, but I don't know that we have audio. Why don't you let me know what happened with that, and maybe she'll log back in where I can hear her.
Yes, so I think we've reached a resolution. We're gonna enter into a pretrial diversion. So state's requesting 30 days for her to complete that. And I don't know if this is possible for the court to do, but is it possible for the court coordinator's office to send her a list of alcohol education courses that she could attend? Because I know that Miss LaVoy
Yes.
has a list. Okay, that would be wonderful if you guys could do that.
Let me ask you a question, and let me just check. This is Cecilia Franceschi, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this is, let me check. I think this is a family violence.
It is, yes.
Okay. And I'm checking to see if we have the paperwork we need from her. And also, I'm also checking to see if we have the documents we need. Brianna Constant, you're welcome to go take your finals and reschedule. You need to come by the court today and sign to reschedule. Do you unmute, please?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So,
I'm actually not missing any finals right now. I can stay.
well, your mother said that y'all were missing finals and that y'all needed to be bumped up in line, and I'm not going to do that. So I'll take you when it's your turn. Your final pretrial is January 12th. If you could stay online, we won't have to reschedule everything. But otherwise, you're like everybody else. You got to wait.
No, I understand.
Okay. Just getting back to the Franceschi case. Okay. So I definitely need her to come in and do her paperwork for that. I don't mind sending a class. I need to know in this case, have you talked, Ms. Rice, to the victim in the case?
I have not, no, Your Honor. I have reviewed the case, but I haven't spoken to the victim.
Okay. The victim needs to be okay with the diversion.
Okay, then I will contact the victim.
Okay. And then because they need to know that like the case is getting dismissed.
Mhm.
You know, because later it affects their ability later if they need one to get a protective order. And so these dismissals get reported to the state a very particular way. And I do think there was an arrest, right? We have the fingerprints that we need, but we need her paperwork. So we'll send her that alcohol class. We'll send her that paperwork too, but I won't be able to sign a dismissal until I get that paperwork in. Okay?
Yes, okay, I will contact the victim and I will let you know.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Rice. Okay, so we have a pretrial final date, January 12th at 2, and that's when I would expect to see, that's almost 30 days. So we'll have her come in and we'll see where we are at that point. And reschedule then. And I'll let her know if I get her back in the room. I mean, she should be able to hear this because she was in this room and could hear, but I don't know for sure whether that happened. We may need to give a call on that. Okay, looks like we've got a direction going, so that's good. Let me advance you forward to Larry Tucker. And Mr. Tucker, you're going to receive an invitation. And with that one, what will happen is you are coming back in this room after the conversation.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, Judge. I actually dismissed that case. I sent in a motion to dismiss. I actually think that it should be filed at a higher charge. I've already notified the officer.
Okay, let me find that. Mr. Tucker. Here it is. It was loose, so I kind of missed it. Mr. Tucker, can you hear me? Oh, he went in the other room. Let me move him back over. It's a funny thing. When you join, I can move you back over. Mr. Tucker. Hi, Mr. Tucker. There's a little confusion. Sorry about it. The case was dismissed by the prosecution earlier today, and I'm signing that right now. But it looks like they may be filing that case at a higher level case. And so you need to be on the lookout for those charges. I don't know if there was there an arrest on this?
No,
case?
ma'am. No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Rice, again, hold on just a moment. I can't sign it till I have everything I need in the file. That case is going to get screened over at the DA's office for the county. And so I'm just pulling up the records to see if I have what I need to be able to sign this dismissal. Minimally, I just need to look and see if it is considered family violence, which is a very broadly defined definition under state law. Right?
I believe that it is.
Yeah, I think it is too, but I just want to confirm it before I send him to go get fingerprinted. The complaining person is considered a family member, and we don't have an arrest sheet. And so, Mr. Tucker, I'm going to need you to go over to the Temple Police Department to get fingerprinted. And when will they do that? Just 1 second. Let me get some information. And then I need some paperwork signed. I think what we can do is I can sign this once that is done. And we have a final pretrial date scheduled on that case for
January 12th.
Yes, January 12th. And the time, I think it's 2, but let me double check. 2 o'clock. We could probably get everything wrapped up by then. Maybe sooner.
Your Honor, question. You said they dismissed it, but
no, I have a motion for a dismissal here, which I can sign once I have what I need, which is the paperwork that you need to come by the court to sign at the front desk. And then you have to go by the Temple Police Department because they need to do a fingerprint card. And then I'm allowed to do a dismissal.
And then you said it was being taken
It will be screened at a higher level, which is over at the county level.
Why is it going there, Your Honor?
Because the prosecution and the police department have determined they want to screen it there. That's who makes that decision.
Okay, even though that it was tried to be.
I realize that you don't agree with the charge, but I'm not here about who agrees and disagrees. It's really about the process that gets followed once it's filed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
So since the person that called the police, which was my wife.
Yeah.
I'm not being charged by her. I'm now being charged by the state of Texas.
You're never charged by the person. You're charged by the
Correct.
state.
Okay.
State has decided to file the charges, the police department.
But so it was the city and now it's going to county to
It's a
DA.
yeah, it's a jurisdictional issue. And I believe it will go to I don't know the case, but I know how things work. It will be not the DA, but the CA, the county attorney.
The county, okay.
Yeah, the DA would be, I don't know, but I'm guessing that it's county would probably look at that.
Even though if fill out the paperwork, you get fingerprinted, as you said, and it gets dismissed, it can still be elevated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's on hold right now. And we're printing the documents for you to come in and sign those. Can we look for you this morning to do that?
Yes, ma'am. What said documents are we speaking of?
Okay, so there is, I can read them to you now, but
Oh, no, you don't have to.
it's actually a simple form that says you understand. Well, actually, I need to, that because you're married to the person, okay, the following rights can potentially be affected by what is called an affirmative finding of family violence. That is true to Class C, Class B, Class A, or greater level. All of this applies to all family violence cases, no matter the level of the case, C, A, B, D, etc. Okay. The right to own, possess a handgun or be granted a concealed handgun permit, your custody or visitation rights regarding children, the basis upon which alimony or property division can be ordered in the event of a divorce, employment in certain jobs, including but not limited to military service and law enforcement, the basis upon which a subsequent offensive assault with bodily injury against a family member or a household member can be enhanced to a third-degree felony, and the immigration status of the person if they are not a U.S. citizen. And so you'll need to review those rights. And if you have questions after you read that, it's not a problem, but you might have to come in, and talk to me about it on the 12th. But you're signing and printing your name on the document. It's not an admission of guilt at all. It's just recognizing kind of where you are within the law, because people need to know these things as they move forward to a dismissal or not. Okay. Doesn't matter. So I'll have that form at the front desk for you. And then what you'll do is then go over to the police department. And there's also just a form that we give you that is what's called a written admonition on ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. And you'll want to read that carefully too. Again, you're not signing agreeing. It's just that charge has been filed. And once it's filed, whether we agree with the law or not, that's when we talk to the legislature. But as far as the court goes, I'm here to uphold the law. And the law says you need to know these things and that I need to give them to you. So I don't proceed with the case, whether it's a dismissal, a deferred, a payment plan, whatever it is, until I know that you, accused person, have what the law says you need to have before you move forward, whatever the direction, even trial. Okay. So I'm going to get all that to you when you come in. On a Class C level, I'm not at the jail pulling you out to hand all this to you. We're doing it here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make that available to you. You'll have copies, and then you'll go over to the police department and see when they can, hopefully they can just do it right then, but see when they can, if not, when they can schedule you to come in to do the fingerprint. Once that's routed over to me, I can sign that dismissal over here. And then you'll have to, connect with either the police department or the county attorney's office to see if you need to deal with something over there. Because I don't really know what they'll do. That's just up to a different entity. Okay. I know they have programs and, you'll learn more about those, but it's been a minute or two since I've practiced over there. Okay. Okay, Mr. Tucker.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What really I'm doing here is, the prosecution, Ms. Rice is an entity that she represents. But as far as the judge goes, I'm just trying to make sure you understand what's happening. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am. 10 o'clock. Could I be up there at 11 to get that paperwork?
Of course.
Okay.
Let's write that down. I need to hand you an order too to take to the police department. So there's going to be 3 documents for you this morning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Am I free to go, ma'am?
You are. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye. Ms. Bryce, let me move you forward. Fabian Fernandez Leon was in the meeting, and I still see them here. And so Mr. Leon Fernandez, sending that invitation over to you. We'll see you back in the room after that conversation is complete. And Ms. Rice, he's moved over, I believe. Can't sign it yet. I need everything first. Okay. Yeah. Can't sign it till I have what I need. I'm moving forward as well. And let me just look. It's Miss Ruth Franceschi. Finally, your turn. And so hold on just a moment while I get everything pulled up for your case. But if you could get on screen, that's going to help you and me quite a bit. Okay. How are you this morning? And if you could unmute Miss Franceschi. I'm probably saying your name all wrong. I apologize if I'm butchering your name.
It's
How
okay.
How do you say it?
It's Franceschi.
Franceschi. Okay. An Italian name.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you. So I have one charge of running a stop sign. The case did go to warrant. I did review your plea, which was a guilty plea or a no. Yeah. And you had requested a payment plan. I could do that. But I'm showing that actually I could order community service instead. And if I do that, it's 25 hours of community service. And I could recall your warrant and give you 60 days up front to try to get those hours done. I saw that you have 5 children. And so I know you work and you have a good job, but it's one of those high level of responsibility kind of things. And so I know that you might not get it all done at that time. If you can get it done and turn in, you're done. If you can't get it done, I can work with you as long as you come in and request an extension to have more time to get it done. So that's kind of what I think would be the most prudent thing for us to do. But I want to hear from you first.
I can go ahead and do the community service if that's a requirement. It is tough to ditch out extra money. But, will I be able to get like a list of different places I can do community service? Okay.
Yes, let me tell you how this works. So the way that it works is that I order the community service and I give you a list of places where you can do the work, and I give you a timesheet to keep track of your hours with your due date on it. And you come in to this morning and sign for all of that. And then you get your hours done and turned in. Now you read the directions first, then you look at the list and see what will work for you.
Okay.
And you schedule it and you do it, because I can't schedule everybody's schedule. I would get it wrong, and you know your schedule better than I do.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so I just give you a deadline. And then if you can't meet the deadline, what we agree to do at this point is, I don't want you to go back to warrant, and you don't probably want to go back to warrant. So if you can't get it done by your due date, February 17th is the due date at this time, then you come in on or before that date and say, here's what I've done. This is how much time I need. And I will almost 99% of the time I grant that extension.
That's more than ample time to get it done.
Okay. So can you come in this morning to sign for everything?
I'm at work at the moment. I have a training that actually starts here in a few minutes that I have to take till about 11:30. I'll probably go around to lunch around 12. So is it possible to go around 12?
Yes, that'll be perfect.
That'll work.
Okay. We'll see you at the front desk around that time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. I'm moving forward with Marco Green. Mr. Green,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you could. Good morning. How are
Good
you
morning.
today?
I'm good. How you?
Very well. Thank you. So let me kind of, I've looked at everything you gave me and it was very helpful. Thank you. I have a few thoughts on what we might do. We have some older cases from 2019. They were in capias. That's a type of warrant status when you went to jail. And I'm able to time credit all of those cases with the jail time that you had. I can give you credit here. So on the capias cases, those are going to time serve today.
Heard that.
Yeah, those
Appreciate you, yo.
Yeah, and then we had two. No, we had. Let's see. Then we had two cases in a regular warrant. Those are from June 28th of 2021, and I've gotten your plea papers. There's a no insurance charge June 28th of 2021. That one has a balance of $430.30, and you've entered a plea of no contest. Then there is a driving with an invalid license charge. It's got a balance of $430.30, and you've pled no contest. Then there's a no insurance charge from October 21st of 2021. Those are newer. The balance there is $281, and a no license charge from October 21st, 2021, a balance of $181. You've pled no contest on that one as well. So those four new charges, two of which are in warrant, two of which didn't go to warrant. You can see the difference in the cost.
Yes, ma'am.
Those I've accepted or will accept your plea at this time. And in your case, I've reviewed your financial information and I'm ordering community service because it's the four cases and two of them had high fees because of going through the warrant process.
Yes, ma'am.
It totaled 66 hours. We're still going to do just on those four. So your balance today, like all of your cases, the balance is $4,376.30. Yeah, but don't do that anymore, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I know it sounds like I'm being all sweet about it, but I mean, the reality is it doesn't serve you to do it that way.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I'm gonna give you the time service, and that's gonna peel off about $3,300. You were there a while. I can credit the whole thing. I can't credit the newer ones because they happened after the arrest. So those go into community service, and I'll recall your warrants today and give you an opportunity to do community service instead.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate it, yo.
But then repay the thanks. The thanks that I want from you is to get it done or keep up with it till you get it done. Okay.
Yes,
on
ma'am.
time.
No
Stay
problem.
on time so that it doesn't get worse again, So the number of hours, 66 hours, I'm still going to go to February 17th because if you're not done, I want to check in with you at the window. And if you're done, you're just done, and then it's not around anymore. And then your best bet is then to get your license and
yes, ma'am.
get insurance, and I won't see you anymore. I mean, you don't have a moving violation problem. You have a problem where probably all the officers know you don't have a license, so they're going to pull you over. And it is probable cause. If they know that you typically don't have a license and they see you driving, they get to stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
And imagine the day that happens and you go, I'm licensed, I have insurance, and they'll go on your way.
Yes,
that would
ma'am.
be, I'd love that. That would be awesome. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
when can you come in and sign for your community service paperwork?
I could do it sometime today.
Yeah, it has to be today. What time should we look for you?
What time is it? Maybe around like noon, 12 o'clock.
That'll work.
Yes, ma'am.
We will see you at the window. Just plan for about 10-15 minutes to do all your papers.
Yes, ma'am. No problem.
Mr. Green, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Appreciate you, yo.
Yes, sir. Okay, if I remove you from the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. No problem. So I'm
Okay.
good to go?
Yes, sir, you are.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving forward, Pamela Perrigan, if you could unmute and tell me how you're doing. Pamela Perrigan. So just unmute, it'll help. I can't hear you till you unmute.
Okay, can
Great.
you hear me now?
I sure can.
Yeah. All right, good. It's me.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you. I have a turning left from the wrong lane charge, and it was November 18th of 2021.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if you paid it, it is $234. So that charge you have pleaded guilty. I'm thinking of accepting your plea and moving forward with the guilty finding, but ordering community service. And that would be 12 hours of community service.
Yes, ma'am.
What does that sound like to you?
Sounds great.
Okay. And so the due date is going to be February 17th. Okay.
To do that after or before I do community service?
Sorry?
February the 17th is for what?
The due date for your community service of 12 hours.
I need to do the community service before the February.
You need to
17th?
turn it, you need to turn in proof that you've completed it by that date.
Okay, I got you. So where do I get these papers?
You come into the court. What time should we look for you today?
Oh, put me down about 2:00.
Okay, we will see you at the front desk around that time.
All righty.
If you have read everything before you leave. And then if you have any questions, the clerk probably will know, but if they don't, they can move you to a meeting with me if you need me to flesh out things.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
You too. So moving forward, Pamela was done, and let's go to Mr. Trevino. Are you still on the phone line? 908. I don't see him.
Yes, ma'am.
There you are.
I'm here.
Great. Great. Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Let me get your file. I've got it now. And I did review everything that you gave me. And it was a speeding charge from September 29th of 2021. If you
Yes,
paid it,
ma'am.
yes, if you paid it, the fines and costs are $269. You've entered a plea of guilty back in October. And I would order community service in this particular case of 13 hours, which would be due February 17th.
Yes, ma'am.
I would need you to come in to sign paperwork and pick up your packet that will explain to you where you can go and how to do your hours and how to document them.
Okay.
What time can you be here today?
Around 3:00.
We will look for you around 3 p.m. We'll have everything for you there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Trevino.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And then I'm moving forward with Preston Bowman. Let's see. Are you still here, Mr. Bowman? There you are. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me get your file pulled up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oops, the other one. I did that. I did review everything that you sent in. The charge is a speeding charge from October 25th of 2021 with a balance, if you paid it, of $264. You have entered a plea no contest, and I did read the information that you gave to me. Thank you. And I interpreted your statement, request to not have a conviction on my driving license, as a actual request for a deferred, even though you didn't ask for a deferred. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I could order the deferred disposition, and then I could order community service as the payment portion, which would be
Okay,
13
Your Honor,
hours.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to request if I could make payments instead of community service. I do not have a vehicle at the moment. Living in San Antonio with my 5 daughters, a single father, makes it kind of difficult to get away.
I don't have a problem with that, but here's a question, okay? Deferreds are not very long, okay? They don't last a year. You know, the most I could give you on that would be like 90 days to get it paid. Can you pay anything at this time?
I don't have any money at the moment. I do get my first check in the 4th for my disability.
Okay.
So I could pay some maybe the 4th or the 5th if that's possible.
It is. January 5th, let me look at my calendar real quickly. And I'm gonna wind up needing to do a reduction. Give me just a moment. I need to kind of reconfigure my thoughts, and it's not a problem.
Yes, Your Honor.
On that 5th date, and let me just grab my calendar. If I look glassy-eyed, I'm looking at a different thing.
Your Honor, I'm
5th
sorry. I was
5th
wrong about the 5th. It's actually the 7th when I get my first disability check. I was looking at the confirmation right now.
No
I'm sorry.
problem. No problem. Let's bounce to the following Monday, which is the 10th.
Okay.
Let's just be on the safe side, you know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and so on the 10th of January, you would make a $56 payment. And then, hold on. Okay, here's what I think. I would grant your deferred disposition. I would order that you, oh man, sorry, my system just went into a blank. There we go. Make 3 payments. One will be, and this will be in writing, January 10th, then February 10th. You can always make it early if early works better. I'm just
Yes, Your
trying
Honor.
to give you a buffer zone in case you need it. That way you don't have to come into court to get a buffer. 310 would be your final payment. That one will be $57. Your deferred will be from today until May 17th.
Yes, Your Honor.
During that time, you're going to be, what I'm asking you to do is to not receive any citations, any arrests, any warrants. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And keep your address current with us until May 17th, your end date. And that's when I look to sign a dismissal. If you can't do something that you've signed up to do, like these payments, you need to get into a clerk before you miss the date. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
I would send that to you as an email, the deferred order. And then I need it back today signed. Your legal signature, not an automated signature.
Yes, ma'am. I'll sign it, take a picture, and send it back.
Okay, yeah, the picture works fine. We take that, no problem. Just make sure it's readable. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna email that to you. And that is a way to get to what you've requested, which I granted, which is a way to keep it off your record. Okay, and then you hang in there with all the things you've got going on. Thanks for letting me know about it. And I've done a reduction, so it's not 264. In the end, it is 169. Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate it very much.
That's the court cost plus a fine of about $35.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Look for that email this morning. Okay?
Copy that. Thank you, ma'am.
Don't receive it, call and check on it because we're sending it, and then get it
Yes,
back,
ma'am. I will.
back to that court online help. Email it back to us. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, moving on forward. That's actually me. I do have some people that I think they didn't show up, but I want to make sure. If I don't call your name, it means I think you're here, so you don't need to speak up. But do I see Keela Spencer, Nicoria Noble, Stephen Aviles or Avias? Okay, don't worry if I didn't call your name. It's actually a good thing. The rest of you are waiting for Ms. Rice. So that pretrial docket sometimes takes a little bit longer. Just don't worry about it. Hang tight, okay? I just need to, I'm going to review some papers that I have for folks who weren't here. can't make any decision but to leave the warrant in place on Stephen Aviles. I don't have anything. That's not sure why he contacted us, but we can't resolve it without him doing it. And then this is that one. Nicoria Noble. I don't think I want to show cause on that speeding. Let's let that deferral go on through. But I am going to accept her plea on the new one. And right now, without a signature, I can just give her 30 days to pay. She can have more time if she wants to put it into her payment plan. She's requested to do so, but she'll need to come in and sign it. I'm just going to write that on her appearance form. That's that one. Sheila Spencer. I'll accept her plea and order community service. We can just send that to her. See if we get any response. Show cause or if the due date comes and goes. Yeah. Did we do Leon already? Baby and Leon? See his file. Let's see. Let's see. Beeman is a no-show. Nancy Beeman, do you happen to be here? Oh, there it is. It's stuck to the other one. Leon. Who is? So he was talking to me, but those are order. And then we just take no action until the final pretrial. Has that Spiker been? We've had her in before. Yeah, she missed the court date recently. I'm real confused on Spiker. There's a rubbish charge February 11th, and it shows that she's paid $500. And then it shows a not guilty. And I had another question once we get that one answered, unfortunately. It's a rubbish charge, and it's CVN 2070020-7189, February 11th. It's real weird. So we're going to look at that. And it shows, is she paying or doing community service? What's her payment? I think we need to go ahead and make sure there isn't a deferred in place. I don't think there is. But is she on time? She is. Her next payment is due on December 27th. Great. And do we have a deferred in place? Do we have a guilty finding? Yeah, that's a guilty finding. It should be a guilty finding. But the guilt, it doesn't matter if she pled not guilty if she then agreed to add it to her payment plan. So I don't maybe not need to worry about that. Maybe fine. I just wanted to check on it, make sure we don't have any error. If she signed on the payment plan, we should have put a no contest plea in at that point. Right. We are full Zoom, but yeah, we have 7 people to go. Of course. Okay. It's a traffic, so the answer is probably yes, but. Great. Ms. Rice? I know that Mr. Leon speaks some English, but I don't know if you'll need a translation.
He should be returning. So I have an interpreter on the line right now. We used a speakerphone interpreter, so the interpreter is still here, and I think he's probably going to join. I told him to press. Well, the interpreter told him to press the blue button to come back in.
Okay. They are low income, and in community service is an option with them as well. So I didn't know that when y'all went into session, but I've had a few minutes to look. But are we looking at heading to trial or resolution?
I think we've reached the resolution, Your Honor. I'm sorry, interpreter, he hasn't joined the line. The state's requesting to dismiss the no driver's license charge in exchange for a plea of no contest to the failure to control speed. Mr. Leon said that he was willing to pay that today, but I didn't know his financial situation, so community service may be more appropriate in his case.
Sometimes people are ready to move forward with payment and they saved to do that. So I'll flesh that out with him if he comes back on, but I want to move you forward.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to hang up with the interpreter so I don't keep him.
Yeah.
All right, sir. That's all we needed. Thank you very much for translating.
Thank you for your services. Good day.
So Christy Oxenreiter is the next person. I believe she's still here. There she is. Miss Oxenreiter, you're getting an invitation to that meeting and you're coming back in when that meeting's over, okay? Yeah, she went, looks like she's clicked on it maybe. There she goes. Thank you, Miss Rice. She's on in that meeting now. And Miss Constant, you're actually next, in case you're wondering. So we'll be with you just shortly. As soon as she's finished with that next person, you're next, okay? And then after that, I have Marianne Spiker and Cheryl Abernathy. We'll be with all of you shortly. Let me work on that order for. Let me see. One quick thing. I have a phone call person that I know came in while we were already started, and I let you in, but I haven't had a chance to ask you. Phone number on the telephone, 5254, and the phone number ends in 259. And I've sent you an unmute request. Could you please tell me who you are? Hello, phone caller. Phone number ending in 259. So I'm not going to be able to do a court hearing with you if I can't hear you or see you. I'm going to disconnect you in case we're having trouble with connection. And please log back in if you're supposed to be in this meeting. because there's no way to conduct a hearing without hearing or seeing the person. Person labeled fire tablet, I'm not sure who you are. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect you in case maybe we can manage. I can see you, but I can't hear you, and the audio is not connected. If you have a phone where you can also dial in and stay on screen till we get that phone connection, that would be good. I've sent you direct messages too, and I can't hear you. I'm not getting a response. Maybe that'll work because I see you and you responded to my voice. So I think you can hear me, but I can't hear you, and I don't have an audio connection associated with your tablet at this time. If you're unable to call into the meeting, maybe you could message me. Looks like you are connecting the audio, so that might work. It's not connecting. I think the answer is to tell you right now to hang up and call the clerk's office and tell them you're trying to get in the meeting and to tell us who you are. Let me see if we can figure this out. The phone number is 298-5687. 298-5687. Please call. Mr. Tucker. Fire tablet, I can't hear you yet, and I don't know who you are yet. Are you there?
Cheryl Abernathy.
Okay, Miss Abernathy, great. I don't know why we're not really showing a very good connection, but I do have you checked in, so that's good news. And I have you scheduled to talk to the prosecutor this morning. Okay, so she'll be with you shortly. And now I see that the phone is connected too, so that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I won't worry about your audio not connecting on your tablet anymore because now I know who you are.
Okay.
They show up as two separate things on my screen. So now I see you're in. We're good.
It is. I don't know how to do it, so I was just trying to. If I couldn't get in with you on the Zoom, I just dialed in too. So I don't really know.
Very intelligent. It works. Okay. Just stay where you are.
I want to ask you, could I just do some community service and be done with it?
Okay. Let me look at your file. I think the answer is going to be yes. Right now, you've pleaded not guilty. If you plead no contest, I can order community service in your particular case. And that would turn into 12 hours due February 17th, if you want to do that. But your plea would have to change.
Yes, I want to change my plea.
Okay. I can order. Is your plea changed to no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Not agreeing, but not contesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can order 12 hours of community service due February 17th. And I just need you to come by and sign for the packet today. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
What time would you want to come by?
3 o'clock?
Okay. We'll have everything at the front desk for you to come by at 3. Just plan for about 10, maybe 15 minutes to get it done and get on out of here.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to let you go.
Thank you so kindly.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Fabian, he never walked back. So he kind of has a two-part. He might call him with a translator. See if that's what if he wants to do that, that's fine. Resolve it then. I'm working on this. Yes, Larry. He was coming in this morning or noon. Okay. We emailed that over to them, right?
Yes, I can email it over. And then I can give him one to take
Perfect.
with him.
Perfect. Did they charge them?
No, they don't charge. As long as they have that order, they don't charge them.
Okay.
But I think the only thing I see is it says you have to do it by 3 o'clock. So
By 3?
yeah.
Is that the PD wants it by 3?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me change that because I put 3:30. Let me just. And I'll print 2 copies. Okay. Here we go. Great. Nope, I've got that coded signature. Ms. Rice? Did you and Ms. Oxenreiter have a chance to have a conversation?
We did, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Where are we on this matter?
I think we've reached a resolution. State's requesting to do a deferral. It'll be a 90 days. She's able to pay that today.
Okay.
And just
All
no
right.
questions.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was about to say she looks under 25, but.
I actually did ask that. Yes.
So okay. Ms. Rice, let me move you forward to Brianna Constant. Ms. Oxenreiter, just hang on a moment. I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Okay. And Ms. Constant, just click on the invite and we'll see you after that conversation. Ms. Oxenreiter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to email that deferred disposition to you unless you want to come by and sign it. If you want to come by and sign it and do payment, we'll hand you a receipt and a copy of everything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The audio, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Can you come by this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What time should we look for you?
1 o'clock.
Okay. We will have everything ready for you at the desk and they'll receipt you there and give you a copy. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have any questions?
No, is it okay to leave?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Young lady, Constant, she can do. You're having stress.
Like whenever you try to change some stuff in here to 2022, it doesn't let you. Like when you try to type it, it doesn't let you.
Oh.
Like it keeps.
You have to do a drop down menu each and every time.
Yes.
How fun.
It's just so hard to I know.
Yeah, I understand. I do too. I'm gonna ask them. Mine's starting to do that, but it's not as bad. Yes. Ms. Rice?
Okay, sorry, I don't know why that didn't unclick. So I think I'm gonna need a little bit more time to review this case, so I'm requesting just to keep Miss Constant on her regular final pretrial date to just give me more time to review the evidence and talk to some witnesses.
Okay. So, Ms. Constant, we're going to see you here at the court January 12th at 3 o'clock. Okay. And if you need an excuse for school, do you need an excuse for school?
Yes, please. We have the paperwork we were given when we went in to sign up, but just something else to make sure we're fully covered.
We can email that to this email that we use to set the meeting. We'll email that
Perfect.
here in a few minutes, okay? Okay. If you need it faster than we're getting it to you, you can swing by the court on your way to school. Either way.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. We're good to go?
Yes. Ms. Rice, Miss Abernathy went ahead and entered a plea of no contest. And I went ahead and commenced sentencing. So Miss Spiker is our last person. Miss Spiker, can you hear me? Miss Spiker, can you unmute? She was responding earlier. She's on a phone call.
Yes, I can.
Hi, Miss Spiker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm moving you to you're going to get an invitation to click over to a meeting with Miss Rice,
Okay.
with Miss Rice, who is the prosecutor. And
Okay.
when that happens, then you're actually going to go into a room with her virtually, and you won't see it because you're on a phone. But when you're done talking with her, then you're going to hang up and then dial in again to talk to me. She went. Sometimes the phone is set up and it just takes them over. And sometimes it's not. And I don't know if a smartphone, if they're on a smartphone, it's one way, or if they're on a landline, it might just take them right over. Yeah. She could unmute, so I'm still thinking that it wasn't the landline, but I don't really know. It'd be interesting to check all my theories out. The Spiker case might take a bit because she has a lot going on. I hope they're still cherry cheesecake. It is. I always like hers. Do you see that memo about? I thought it was really well worded about fireworks and the effects on veterans who have PTSD. Well, they were basically the fire department, police department did like a joint thing and said, it's not lawful to shoot fireworks off in the city anyway, and it's really like horrible for the animals. Animal control way down because they get like a high rate of lost animals that get scared, and then they sort of suggested keep your pets in New Year's Eve. And then they said that for veterans too, that if they have, it's like a third of our community. And if they have PTSD, it's really upsetting for them, or it can be. So they sort of said, there's just not really a good reason to be doing it. You're breaking the law, you're upsetting animals, you're upsetting people. Why do it? And the fire issue is big too. So now they've got another fire lease. I have stopped allowing candles to be burned in my house. We do wax. We can wax, yeah. Yeah. Because wow, I mean, it's really so easy to forget about it. Yeah, same. Good heavens. Have you seen diamond painting?
Oh, I think so.
Little tiny dots.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
Do you really? I think I would need a big magnifying glass to look at it. I think I would have trouble with my eyes.
I've done a couple of them already. We did them a lot
Wow.
during quarantine.
I know y'all do a lot of the drawing and coloring. That's cool. But I honestly think I wouldn't be able to manage it.
I do whatever baseball field too. I just,
Yeah, you were telling me you take the books with you.
yeah, I think so.
I think about you every time I see those. I'm like, no one has patience.
Yeah. It just takes a long time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's part of it is that it's nice to take the time. I can't believe Christmas is so close. Who's my daughter? I love this picture. Really good. It's like to her. It's past the breastbone. Yeah. They look so cute. They are. They're very happy. They're very sweet. My granddogs. It's two of them. Here's the other one. He's really cute. He's tiny. Just that. It's this little bouncy tail. It's so cute. It's really cute. Okay, let's see. Miss Rice.
Miss Spiker's on the phone, so I told her that she needs to hang up and then call back in. So I think she's probably calling back in.
Yes, I told her to. She has, it's a number of things. Let me just find. She has 3 pending things.
I only had the one case on my pretrial docket, so that's the only one I discussed with her.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think there are new ones. Right. On the one charge, do y'all have any kind of resolution, or is it just going on to the final date?
From what we discussed, I think it would be best to give her some time to come into compliance with the law. And so I'm asking to do a reset for 2 months and then set it on a final pretrial because it's a lot easier for her to come in person to discuss her case.
Okay, I'm going to leave her on for the 12th.
Okay.
Because, so what happens with her is that she doesn't come in. Like, I think this is a reset.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's been a double reset. And she didn't come into court the last final pretrial.
Okay.
So I'll talk with her about it. But I think we want to touch base on the 12th because we've got two new charges.
Oh, okay. Did not realize that.
Yeah, they're not going to not file because she doesn't show up, you know.
Right.
I don't know. I need her to come in because I haven't talked to her in a while.
Okay. It looks like she's back here.
I have visited with her before, but then she just. So. Miss Spiker, can you hear me? This is Judge Person. Miss Spiker, hi.
Yes.
Hi, this is Judge Person. Hi. Listen, we are scheduled to see you on the 12th of January at 2:00 here in the court. And we need you to come on in that day so we can all kind of visit a little bit and get a status update. I know Ms. Rice was going to give you a little more time than that, and that's still possible, but we still need you here on the 12th of January.
Okay. I'm supposed to be there on December the 22nd.
On the 27th, we have you scheduled to come in on a new case that's been filed. And what I'm going to do is move all the cases that are not in your payment plan. I'm going to move them all. Listen, I'm going to move them all to January 12th at 2. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That'd be wonderful.
Kind of keep it simple. Stay on your payment plan, which is you have a payment on the 27th.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay on your payment plan. And then on January 12th, we'll see you here in the courtroom at 2 o'clock.
All right. I'll be
Okay.
there.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ms. Rice.
All right, thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, of course.
All right, thank you.